Happy Friday, everybody. I'm going to be really curious what you think about this talk. This is my first time giving this talk, but I think this is zoning in on something really good. It's an amalgamation of many of my different talks. I love using that word, amalgamation. Has anybody seen Small Time Crooks by Woody Allen? All right, I'm out. That sucks. Losers. No, Small Time Crooks, fantastic movie. I think we're all going to be inside for a while, so go watch that. But great movie where Woody Allen is kind of a New Jersey guy, and he's just got out of jail for bank robbery, and so the first thing he starts doing once he gets out, obviously, is to start planning the next one. And so his wife is kind of in on it, and long story short, they end up not robbing a bank, but instead starting a cookie company, goes gangbusters, and she is still kind of a poor, low-class New Jersey gal, but she's got to figure out how to be like wealthy, rich, cool person, and so she memorizes all the A's in the alphabet, and she uses all the A's in all the parties. And amalgamation is one of those words. So anyway, it's a good movie. Go watch it. All right. So in all seriousness, I'm really excited to be here. The preparation I've done for this talk is a little unusual. The first thing that I decided I needed was an alcoholic dad. The second thing I needed was a difficult childhood with a mom who was emotionally unavailable because of her own upbringing. So that makes me a unique bird. Perfectionist parents who taught me how to work my ass off, who raised me to be an Eagle Scout and work really hard. But I have a lot of baggage, right? Who has baggage here? All right, man, we should start a company. Baggage company, like fuck you away. So listen, I had to do that. I had to become an alcoholic, and then I had to quit drinking 3.5 years ago, which is awesome. Thank you. And there are people here who probably need to quit drinking, and there are people here who are suffering with other kinds of addictions. Many of us are addicted to our phones and all kinds of things. Many of us are experiencing all kinds of panic and anxiety right now, addicted to the internal drugstore that happens with anxiety when we feel all that's what's going on. That's what I'm going to talk about today. That's the preparation I've been doing, plus, putting together some slides. So I'm really grateful to be here. We are at Really Good Email on Twitter, and I am at Whale on all the things. So look me up if you want. I am an open book. Ask me any questions about email, ask me any questions about design, ask me questions about alcoholism, about addiction, about recovery, about parenting, whatever you want, I am available. I really like helping people. All right, I'm here to turn those kinds of emails, not shit anymore, now it's COVID, into unicorn, okay? So this is my mission in life. Here's the thing, I'd want to know from you, I want real audience participation here, okay? Who is feeling stress today? Now, for a moment, I want you to think, close your eyes, where are you feeling the stress? Can you put your hand on it, on your body? I mean literally. Not like the way that teenagers use the word literally. Yeah. That's good. Notice that. Who's feeling anxiety? Raise your hand. Yeah, me too. Take a deep breath. Where are you feeling it? Put your hand there. Yeah. It's good. Who's feeling fear? Okay, interesting. That's good. Just notice where that's coming up in your body. See if you can sense that. Is it different than these other emotions? the more that you can become aware of what your body is doing, the more powerful you will be at owning your own reactions for yourself and in your work. Who's feeling confusion? I am. I don't know what's going on. A lot of uncertainty. What will they think of my talk? Who's feeling anger? I can feel some anger. Yeah, definitely can. All right. All right, whose customers are feeling or have felt any of these feelings, and maybe you've experienced their wrath, their fear, their confusion, right? I have. I've made some mistakes that have caused people to feel some of those things. I've sent emails that had issues that caused people some of those feelings, right? Like, we all have to deal with this, right? And, you know, COVID aside, pandemic aside, these are real problems, right? Emergencies happen, but also just, you know, working with emotions happens, and uncomfortable emotions happen. So one of the things I want to point out is, who would say that these are bad feelings? Okay? Who would say that these are good feelings? Okay, one person thinks these are good feelings. One of the things that we normally do here with feelings like this is we create a binary, right? We say, those are bad feelings. I do not want them. And then on elation and joy and excitement, ecstasy, more please. You know, like apparently if you touch your heart right here like this, it releases dopamine. And I'm like, yeah, more dopamine. So good, right? So what's interesting though is that these feelings that can cause discomfort, we generally think of as bad, but every one of us and all of our customers feel them. And that is something that we have in common with our customers, and that should create something really powerful between you. Okay? I want to reinforce though, there are only two ways of dealing with these emotions. Complete and utter relaxation, or total freak out. False. That is completely incorrect, right? You're more complex than that. Your customers are more complex than that, right? Okay, so what I'd like to talk about a little bit today is how we can serve ourselves with equanimity. We can serve our customers, colleagues, and friends with equanimity. Who knows what equanimity means? That's what I thought. It's not a very common term. Equanimity. Mental calmness, composure, and evenness of temper, especially in a difficult situation. She accepted both the good and the bad with equanimity. Neat idea, a-hole, but be practical. Right? Like, it's nice to talk about things like this, but what do we do about it? Okay, I'll show you. So, as I've said, I've had to walk through giving up alcohol, which was tough. But the harder thing underneath that was dealing with all my insecurities and a deep fear of abandonment that comes with a lot of people who deal with trauma. And so I learned some cool tricks along the way. But what I want to help you do in this exercise is to clear your mental inbox. It's a term that somebody used recently with me as we were talking about some of this topic and how I want to talk more about it. And it made a lot of sense about this relationship I have between my recovery world, and I write on Instagram quite a bit about it at actually matthew.lloyd.smith, and then my email world and my design world. So let's get into this. The first area for practicality is mindfulness. Mindfulness talked about and mindfulness practiced, mindfulness actually understood are two different things. So mindfulness, I want to help you understand something. It's being present with people, places, things as they are, yourself as you are, without evaluation, okay? Or without judgment is another way of saying this, right? So that means Is COVID bad? It's a hard one. People are dying. We know that it is. We know that it's uncomfortable. Is the mistake you just sent out in the email to 100,000 people bad? Feels bad. Feels uncomfortable. It is what it is. How about that colleague that just will not stop doing that behavior that just is like a pencil in the ear, you know? Yeah, like, is it bad? Well, it is, okay? What about that behavior that you have that you can't seem to change? That addiction that you keep coming back to? The weight you can't lose? The alcohol you can't quit? You know, any behavior, anything that you keep coming back to, can you accept it about yourself? Can you accept the temperature in this room as it is? The smell when you're sitting next to somebody who's like all up in your space on the airplane? Can you deal with it? That is where mindfulness meets a real road, okay? And I'm going to take you through a process of mindfulness now called RAIN. Who knows Tara Brach? Oh, sweet. This is great. So you all are going to know Tara Brach now. So next time that I say it, you will not have an excuse. She is amazing. She is one of probably 10 U.S. Western-oriented mindfulness practitioners in this area that are just absolutely changing everything. So she has a great podcast, and she's on Twitter and some other things, but just a genuinely beautiful soul. So she has a process called RAIN, and it starts first with breathing. So we're going to do some mindfulness together. Can everybody put away their phones? Cool. Sit up straight in your chair. Lift one ass cheek off the right. Lift left off cheek off the left. Okay. Again, no career in singing. So get yourself ready. Okay, now here's where we're going to go. I want you first, everybody close your eyes. You're in a safe place. These are safe people. These are not people that make fun of each other. We are a community. We're in a good place together. Take a deep breath in through your nose and slow breath out through your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose. Slow breath out through your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose. Slow breath out through your mouth. Good. Keep your eyes closed. The first thing that we're going to do now is recognize all the thoughts that are coming and swimming around in your mind, and that's okay. Mindfulness is not about not having thoughts. Mindfulness is about noticing what's there. See the thoughts. Notice what color they are. Notice if they create a feeling in your body. Notice where that feeling is, without judgment, without criticism, without assessment, without comparing. And let that thought go. Let it flow down the river and come back to breathing. Keep moving the breath slowly in and then out. I want you to recognize for a moment sort of a mental break from being at an email conference. Do you remember who you are as an individual, having this human experience in the middle of a very, very unique, interesting time of history? What are you feeling? What's coming up? Notice it. It's okay that that feeling is there. Stressors, anxieties, completely okay. Understandable. Just notice it, be aware of it. Notice the way your body feels in the temperature of this room. Is it a little cool? Are you a little warm? Can you feel your heartbeat? These are all good things to notice. Now I want you to do something where you notice the way you feel in your body, the feeling of your feet against the floor, your bottom on the chair, and I want you to sync up what is similar with those to the feelings you're having in your mind. They're just things. No judgment. Now we're going to go from recognizing those feelings to allowing those feelings. I want you to be able to allow the feelings that are happening right there in your mind. Keep breathing and just let them be. Let yourself be. By allowing those feelings, you're creating a safe place for you to be integrated. You're saying to yourself, no part of me has to leave and go away. All of me is acceptable right here, right now, as I am. This is self-compassion. Keep breathing, making sure that that breath is full and big. Give your body, give your mind the breath. Now I want you to investigate just a little bit. Maybe ask the feelings, ask the fear, ask the stress, ask the anxiety, the confusion, the anger, whatever you're feeling. You can ask it, would you be willing to tell me more about where you come from? You can ask it, what are you afraid will happen if the fear were to subside? What are you afraid will happen if the anxiety subsides? You can ask it, what job are you doing for me? Hello, fear. Thank you for being here. Thank you for helping protect me. Thank you for taking good care of me. What are you hoping to do for me? What is the job that you've come here to do? Listen. The way that you would listen to a child who is scared and needs to talk to an adult. Honor that feeling. Respect the feeling. It has something to teach you. Now we move into nurturing. And as you breathe, you can simply tell the feeling, tell your body, tell yourself, it's okay to be where I am. It's okay to be as I am. Thank you for showing up and listening. Thank you for being here. You can give yourself a hug. You can give yourself one of those awesome dopamine crazy things I did. You can take care of yourself and your body. And you're nurturing. Fantastic work, everyone. Now take a big breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. 2 more. Great. Fantastic. All right. Now open your eyes, please. Really well done. It's very difficult for especially an American audience to stay still that long. No joke. I do about 15 minutes of this every morning, all silent, and it just has changed my life. Tara Brach calls this recognize, allow, investigate, and nurture, RAIN. I call this feel, accept, research, tenderize, fart. What else can we do? We can observe without evaluation. So I went through that. I think you all understand that now, right? Like, we can also do this for others, right? So Matt Cook was at Costco earlier yesterday getting some water and some bananas, I think, for the conference, just normal kind of needs. He saw some people getting into a fight. He saw a man arguing with his, presumably ex-wife on the phone, like cussing at her and being angry and upset. And he saw lines out to the back and people stealing each other's parking spots. You can either get right in there, you can try and change that, which isn't really changeable, or you can observe yourself and others without evaluation. And when you do that, you move into a place where you create distance between your observation and then your action. And that little distance is where sanity lives, right? And the more that you practice that creates a change in your brain circuitry. It's called neuroplasticity. Who's heard of this? I love seeing that. This was not known 10 years ago. And this is changing. This is how I'm up here today and not either completely gone or somewhere else in a really bad spot. My brain changed, and it took a ton of practice. But I change my brain every day doing this kind of work, and it's so powerful. The other one here, well, let's see how he's observing first. This is good. Look at it. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, so this is the next one, is shaking your body. Who has ever seen a dog have one of those moments where the dog is just sitting there and then, right? That's genetics, okay? Some of us are closer to the link to dogs and apes than others. But definitely, I believe, we are completely evolved from animals, and we have these instincts in our body. So everybody up. Okay? I'm not going to ask you to get crazy and move too far. Just stand up where you are, okay? What I want you to do is just take a moment and first watch me, okay? It's just like, oh yeah, and you can feel it. You can see the body go, whoa, reset. And imagine yourself being in a depressed state, anxious state, upset state, stressed state, and doing that like 3 or 4 times in a 1-minute period. Game changer. No joke. This is not like, haha, not neat, Matthew. It's the real deal. It's also that, but anyway. So ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, dude. Okay, well, I'm going to make you do this again. This is fucking... Okay. Ready? Blackmail. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, baby, that's awesome. I love that. Yeah, all right. Thank you all. Wonderful job. Round of applause here for everybody. That is awesome. And so, no joke, this is a technique. This technique it takes you out of your amygdala, where you've been hijacked with your stress, and it gives your body a response to take you out of there, and it puts you back, I think, in your prefrontal cortex. Not a neuroscientist, but I'm learning a lot, and I think that's what happens. So that is powerful shit right there. Good job. Let's see how he's doing it. Beautiful. Oh, man. Look at, oh, so good. That is just, I wish I had so much skin like that. All right, let's get grateful. Who practices a gratitude list? Yes. See? This is how our nation heals, y'all. This is how it gets done. One of the things here, like this is the kind of feeling that we're looking for, right? It's this little happy guy. What I want you to do right now is let's go around, and I want you to say things that you're grateful for, but I want you to think outside the traditional stuff, right? And see if you can say some things, think about some things that are maybe not your standards, or it's the stuff that you don't think about. So for instance, in one of my 12-step meetings, I have a guy who comes in now and then, and not long ago, He came in and he was just grateful to be in the meeting with people who he knew had his back. He's trying to get out of a situation where he's been homeless. He's having all of his teeth pulled because they're all diseased. And I suddenly realized how thankful I am that I have teeth. That is that's crazy. I've never once thought that until that happened. I just took it as, well, I've got teeth. They're great, good, move on. But no, this would be a different presentation, right, if I had no teeth. So what are you thankful for right now? Go for it. Hand up and I'll call on you. Yes.
Two things. I'm getting this community, which sounds really cliche, but I think
it's awesome. This community.
Remembering last year, lots of emotion that came up, and then also I have a very supportive partner who will support me in anything.
And a very supportive partner. Fantastic. Thank you. Yes.
I'm grateful I work for a company that doesn't expect me to grind away until there's nothing left, and that I have enough time to go home and do things I actually care about or nothing else.
She's grateful that she gets to work for a company that doesn't make her grind away until there's nothing left. That's beautiful. Thank you. Yes.
I'm so grateful for my cat.
I love that. Awesome. What's the cat's name?
Lewis.
She's so grateful for her cat, Lewis. I love it. Thank you. Yes.
I'm grateful that I have the ability to work from home for whatever reason.
Yes. The ability to work from home. Awesome.
Grateful that I got to spend time with my daughter when she was very young growing up. She's still very young, but I got to be there every day.
I love that. Grateful he gets to spend time with his little girl. Love that.
Found out I'm in long-term remission from cancer 2 days ago.
Awesome. That is so cool. She's grateful she's in long-term remission from cancer. Gorgeous. All right. Isn't that awesome? So, yay! I love it. That is awesome. I'm grateful for them. Like a second wave. It's so cool. All right. Who else? Yes.
I'm grateful for all the people that are working today that support this conference, but also all the folks that work in food service and just everyone that's supporting, being able to go out to eat. Take that for granted. I can go out to a restaurant and get served or go to a grocery store and someone will check me out.
That's right. She's grateful for all the people who are serving this conference, doing the hard labor-oriented work, and for all the food service folks and all the people that can't work from home, right? So all of us remember, whatever you think is the best tip you can give, $3 or $4 more, right? And for every time that you have a chance, like the woman who was around here cleaning up yesterday, it was a great moment. I thought, man, I'm gonna embarrass myself. She's gonna think I'm fucking weird. But I was like, thank you so much for being here, for helping. This is such a hard time. And she was like, really? Thank you. It's just, yes, human moment connection, right? That's what we're looking for. So take that time. Anybody else? Yes.
Opposable thumbs.
Opposable thumbs, fantastic. We would be toast. I love it. What else? Yes.
I am grateful for the opportunity to be able to drive, which obviously we don't live here. I drove here. I'm a woman. I heard a story recently about a woman in Syria that is a very rare bird there because she actually has a car and can drive, as most women don't, and her country does not really, doesn't really support her in that.
Right.
So we live in a country that supports us as women, to do these things on our own, travel by ourselves, have all these freedoms.
Fantastic.
And it's all around driving.
Fantastic. She's thankful she can drive and that we live in a country where that's possible for a woman and celebrated, and it's easier to get than in most other countries like Syria currently where that's very unusual. I think that's fantastic. Thank you. One more. Yes.
After our accessibility session, I'm really glad that I can see
That's
and that
right.
I can read all the emails that annoy me so constantly.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Yeah, she's grateful she can see all the annoying emails. Yes, I love it. That's good. All right. What do you put into your customer's mental inbox? Now that we've done a lot of self-healing work, right? Do you see where this is going? At the end of the day, people don't remember what you said or did. They remember how you made them feel, right? This is attributed to at least 7 people. Maya Angelou is one of them. She's cool, she's black, she's a woman. She gets my vote. How are your customers feeling, right? The question here is, which of any of these feelings? Who knows what this is? Who's seen this before? Awesome. That also is growth. So these are feelings, everybody, for those of you who don't know. They start here like at sad, mad, scared, joyful, powerful, peaceful, and they go out from here. Look at this. Spend time in this wheel. Spend time thinking about what you are. Spend time thinking about what your customers might be feeling, right? Why am I shopping for, a go bag? Because I'm afraid that the world's coming to an end in a pandemic. Why am I shopping for dog insurance? Because I'm terrified that my cat is going to die, or that she's going to get sick, or that something will happen and I won't be able to afford, what's going to happen. Why am I shopping, for softer sheets? Because I want to sleep better, because when I sleep better, I am more sane, right? How am I feeling, right? Why am I on Dribble? Because I need a job, because I need to connect with community, right? What do I get? What is the feeling I get out of enjoying a great meal at Yelp? Or like through Yelp that helped me do that. Like, what is the feeling? What are you helping your customers achieve? What happens if things go wrong? How do they feel then? Do you know? Have you spent time actually getting in their heads or talking to them? Whoa, can you imagine? Like, actually write them. Hey, Louisa or Jorge, what are you feeling? What's going on in your life? How is our product serving you? Or have we missed the boat? Find out how they're really feeling. And what can you do to help them feel more safe and secure? Who knows what this is? Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? Okay, so look at this. Think about where we are right now. First, we want to make sure that we and the people that we love, but also others, right? We just talked about people who can't work from home, have these physiological needs. But look how low down on this like base pyramid safety is. Now, who knows that when you write an email to a colleague or to a client, or if you are the client, back to a vendor or something like that, and you need a response on something, if a day goes by, what happens to your safety? What happens to that feeling of security, right? That uncertainty that starts tickling you, day 2, day 3, what if things are depending on you? What if other people are depending on you? What happens to that, right? What happens if you need a shipment to come for something important, right? Like maybe your mom is sick and she is going to have probably her last birthday, and you've ordered something really special. Do you care about when that's going to arrive or if it's going to arrive on time? You better believe your ass you do. You really do. This is more about safety than some kind of customer service issue. And this happens all day long. Really understand their feelings. See if you can spend some time in your own heart understanding those feelings, and then be able to communicate to that. When we are consistent, when we try listening, when we show compassion, when we create clarity, when we are honest, when we stay curious with our own emotions and then with other people, and we do all these behaviors, this is how you get functional. This is how you get relational. This is how you start communicating in your emails as though you actually give a shit. And I know all of you do. So whatever your boss told you to send, and you're like, that doesn't feel right, stand your ground. But don't just stand it empty. Tell him what you've learned here. Go and do some other research and say, no, that doesn't feel human. That doesn't feel right. I'd like to do this. Will you go take a chance on me? I want to show that if we can connect relationally, oxytocin is released, and we will create a better, more creative, more powerful bond with our customers, and we will develop greater loyalty. So one of the stories I want to tell you about real quick, and I'm almost finished, is I worked at I was chief creative at Relay Foods. It was online grocery. And about a year and a half into our work, we were seeing numbers continue to go up, and we were trying to figure out who our the customers who had the greatest lifetime value. Who are you? We had this really weird metric for all of them. They all had a mistake in their first order. Oh, I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense, does not compute. Well, turns out that means that they had an experience with customer service. It means that they got to experience our powerful customer service. I'm so sorry, Lisa, that your avocado was like demolished when it got to you and it was gross. I know we blew it. Would it be okay if I brought you another couple? Sorry, what? What did you just say? Of course it would. That's insane, that's amazing. And then boom, she's hooked because she was heard. It was mirrored back to her what she was experiencing, how shitty that experience was, and then we did something about it. We took action. Our apology is not enough. Action is apology, right? And we developed loyal customers. You can do this too by responding to your mistakes, by responding to the feelings that people are actually having, getting to know them, all of these things. We know all this already. If we acted the way we do in our email marketing lives, on Tinder or Hinge or any of those things, we'd get lefts all day long. All day long. It's left, right? Yeah, okay. So, you know, like, just be human. Show up. Stay curious. Like this. I have no idea why he did this, but this is beautiful. One more time. It's so good. Oh yeah, push it out. Yep, there it is. Listen, email is not marketing. Email is relationship designed. You can clear your mental inbox. I know you can do it. Be really good. Thank you. I really appreciate all of you. You're doing a great job.
So before he walks off, sit up here.
Oh yeah, forgot.
I'm gonna.
Wait, more.
I've known Matthew for 5 years. I knew him during alcoholism. There's a 100% difference in him as a man, as a friend. I did this last year, and back-to-back hugs. All right? We're here because we love you guys, but we're also here because we love each other in a bro kind of way. But that's not bad either way. So now that you can join our cult. Anyways, go. Again, we're really, really grateful, and we did this last year, so I hope you you know that how much we love you. We still have one more session and then awards. Go take a break. Go get those emotions out. Call your mom. Tell them you love her. And we'll be back in 5 to 7 minutes. Thanks.